Hello, it's your host Camille Elise, and we're here at the Oasis Worship Center in Atlanta, Georgia, with the host pastor of the collective, Mr. Anthony Murray.
Hey, how y'all doing? So glad to be a part of this amazing event. It's been great. And thanks for the interview.
Oh man, thank you for accepting, right? All right, so what are some things that you would like to take away from this particular event?
I think it's interesting because music is such a transformational tool that I believe God gives certain people to share to the world, and I think that this is good because people are being equipped, they're being inspired, and they're getting practical tools on how to take their craft, hone it, and take it to the next level for the world to enjoy.
Absolutely. Also, you talked about earlier how music is like milk. Could you explain that analogy?
Yeah, music is like milk. It's not for the person, it's for the world. So if you don't use it, it spoils. If you don't develop it, it spoils, it goes bad, because music is transformational and it's for certain times, it's for certain moments. So if God gives a person a melody or a verse or a tone and it's not perfected and given, then it spoils, it goes dormant, it goes dead inside of a person. And that person is not going to be gratified and fulfilled and people that's supposed to benefit from it won't be gratified and fulfilled. And it's like milk. That's what milk does. It brings life, but it don't last forever.
That's true.
Right.
It has an expiration date.
That's right.
All right.
Get it out.
Also, today actually, I was listening to Mr. Kevin Bunny. He was talking about the work-life balance. So as a pastor, your responsibility is a great deal because you have a flock,
Right. Right.
of looks like hundreds and thousands of people in there.
Yeah.
So, how do you manage your work-life balance as a pastor?
My father's a pastor, and he taught me this principle, and I believe in it. It's God first, family second, ministry third. And I believe the way a man deals with his family is what qualify him for ministry. So life is always about balance. Anything excessive, even if it's a good thing, it can go bad, it can be wrong. So I really try to focus on my family, I focus on God and the ministry, and I give each area its proper time and place. And I think that's how you find your chi. You find your center place from that point.
All right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He schooled me. I need to work on my balance, y'all.
Yeah, that's the key to life.
Yeah.
Anything unbalanced won't grow. It'll be unhealthy.
That's
I see a lot of people that get extreme success with no balance, and that success brings misery and drama and problems. But then you see those special people who've learned the key and the essence of balance, and then they succeed in every area properly. Their family is good, their
Absolutely.
personal, emotional, and spiritual health is good, and then their craft is being successful. Then you learn that those people that find that chi or that balance, that center place, have longevity and sustainability. And
Yeah.
that's the key. Balance brings sustainability. Balance brings longevity. So if you want to be a one-hit wonder, don't be balanced. But if you want to have something that perpetually grows and gets better with time, like
Yeah.
that milk produces so many, it has so many nutritional values.
Yeah.
It produces so many things when it's invested in the right place.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you're talking about investments, and we're talking about producing. You do have a book that you have released.
Yes.
And let's talk about that book.
All right. Well, my book is entitled "What Happened to Your Dreams," and it's dear to my heart because so many people bury their dreams because of trauma. In this book, I talk about being born to inspire. And people ask the question, why does bad things happen to good people? How does tragedies hit people's life? And it's because God will use, I call it strange providence. He'll use something bad to do something good. And if you notice, the greatest activists come from tough things. And I think people who've had tough things happen to them sometimes give up on their God-given dream. And this book is all about knowing, number one, you're born to inspire. This is why so many of us experience good and bad things, because we're born to inspire. Another one of my favorites in the book, I call it anaconda dreaming. I'll tell you this and then one other one is, an anaconda or a python can grow huge feet long and big in diameter. But if you put it in a small fish tank, it only goes as big as the environment. So sometimes you've had to go back and dust your dream off, and that dream will put you into a better environment that's conducive for you to really succeed and grow. Then my last one, I was in Africa, and I was like, God, where are you? We were in the slums of Kenya. 600,000 people in a 6-mile radius, living in little huts and things. And I came home and I was just upset and stressed out. And I said, God, where are you? I mean, there, you know. And I came and I saw this plant growing out of my gutters up here. And I'm very meticulous on things working. And God spoke to me. He said that little seed had so much potential. It was so determined to grow. It wasn't blown in fertile ground. It wasn't blown on a farm. It wasn't given to a person to sow it into great ground. It happened to land in the gutter. But when you understand your potential and you go for your dream, you can succeed even in the gutter. And that was one of my favorite chapters in this book. And it's really designed to help people go for their thing, man. And that's what I see.
Absolutely. Pretty much cultivating your gift and, pushing out your potential.
No matter where you are or what happened to you, it don't matter. Every hand that God deals is a winning hand. And this book talks about it and it describes it. Then I got another chapter that I like, and it's talking about friends. Because sometimes friends are seasonal, and sometimes we try to hold on to things and people who God's trying to get out of our life. And friends are some of the #1 enemies of a dream and a destiny, because some people aren't designed to go with you where you're trying to go, and they can cause you to abort your dream. Joseph's brothers tried to abort his dream because they weren't designed to go with him, but at the end, he said, it wasn't you that did it. It was God that did this for the sake and the benefit of us all. That's why we've got to go for our dreams.
And he was able to save his brothers.
That's right.
Also.
That's
right.
So
at the end of the day, when you lose those connections that aren't supposed to go with you to the next level, you can come back for them.
Definitely.
And a lot of people don't realize that in life. They take it personal.
Right. Biggie Small, who's one of my favorite rappers, he said, it was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. He understood the power of a dream, because if it came from God, God will sustain it. If it came from you, you got to sustain it. Think about that. And if it's big enough for you to do, and if you have enough money for it, that's not a God dream. God dreams are scary. God dreams are more than you have the bandwidth to do. They're more than you have the money to pay for. But when it came from God, God will cause that dream to come to pass. So we're a generation of dreamers because there's no blueprint for us. So this book is all designed, again, to cause people to say, listen, black, white, green, yellow, 880, blind, crippled, or crazy. If you can go back and dust your God dream off, quick things can happen for your future success, and it'll happen now.
Absolutely. So where can we locate this, your book?
Well, you can get it on Amazon.com, What Happened to Your Dreams, or you can go to my website, our church website, OasisFamilyLife.com. Also, you can go on social media, @_Anthony Murray. @_Anthony Murray is where you can get everything that we're doing. Not only to get the book, but I'm doing a What Happened to Your Dreams tour, where I go to churches, I go to organizations, I go to businesses, and I teach and I talk about the principle of dreaming again and how to really cause it to happen for your life. So I'm excited about it, and I'd love to come to wherever you are to make something big happen.
We would love to have you. But we do want to thank you on today for actually taking out the time to interview with us and also share your dream, your idea, because at the end of the day, we are a body of people united, right, to build up the kingdom of God. And the kingdom of God consists of the community. It consists of your neighbors. Love thy neighbors, you love thyself. So at the end of the day, we thank you. We thank you for your time. And hopefully, like he said, we hope to see you very soon on the Camille Elise Show. All right, we're in Atlanta. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.